It is. But Elisha sat in his house. The guy had a house. Nowadays, a person will have a house, a prophet, they'll say, he's a thief. Prophets should be humble. For some reason, poverty is humility to some stupid people. How can a son of a king beg? But Elisha sat in what? In whose house? No, read clearly. It might be his uncle's house. His house. And the elders sat with him. You see, when he says the elders, he talking about high-ranking officials. They were sitting with him. It wasn't some Pirian operation. Go to Israel today and go to the house of Peter. How many did I go with to Israel? House of Peter. They will tell you, in the whole neighborhood, it's only like maybe 40 meters by 100 meters long. Capernaum, big. It's very small. Their biggest house is Peter's house. To the extent that the Roman Catholics built a whole church that fits hundreds on top of his house. You were led to believe a lie. Jesus was never broke. Even Jesus himself said these words. Said, you will have the poor with you always. But me you will not have. He separated himself from the poor. Jesus said, no, I'm not poor like this. When he died, the Bible says the soldiers cast lots for his outer garment. How many, you if you remove your jacket, will anyone cast lots? He says, but for the inner jacket, for the inner clothing, it was woven from seamless from top to bottom. They said, this one will not cast lots. So this one we need to, the cast lots for the inner garment, it was it's seamless from top to bottom. If you look at the studies, if you get to the studies of what they used to wear, then it was worn by kings and priests. He died in a designer garment. Yes, sir. Hallelujah. When they met a man called Legion, they saw him there, cast out demons, 6,000 demons, or over 32,000 if you want to get down to the statistics themselves. You realize that it was 6,000 to 32,000. That's a legion. And afterwards, Jesus cast out demons from him. He used to rend his clothes, remove his clothes. And the Bible says one verse you should never miss. It says, and when he was made well, they found him clothed. The biggest change to see that you've been delivered is your fashion sense. You didn't hear me. John said, Master, where dwellest thou? The word dwellest there means where do you stay permanently? He said, come and see. He didn't say foxes have got holes. That statement, he said it in another location. And guess what? The Bible says he was moving in another town and looked as though he was not even ministering to them or staying in the city. Then they asked him, Master, where do you stay? Imagine meeting me in Bujumbura at the airport and say, where do you stay? I say, I don't have a house. Did I say I don't have a house in my life? No. In Bujumbura. That's what Jesus was saying. To the disciples, says, come and stay. And they stayed there overnight. They stayed there with him. It was enough to keep 3 grown men in one room. No, he had more. Then he says, when they doubted him, he changed his city and made his permanent dwelling in Capernaum. The men could even change towns. No issues. The Jesus you think you know. Oh, but he was born in a manger. The Bible never says that. If you find it, I'll give you money now, and I have 10,000 to give you. And by all means, I don't want to give you that money. So you know you'll never find it. It actually says, and he was born and put in a manger. Big difference. Let's not hurry. Let's go back and see where was he. What was he trying to do in the manger? Said, for there was no room in the hotel. They were not looking for a manger. They were busy looking for Marriott, Intercontinental. When there was no room there, they went for the manger. See, you're missing it. I decree and declare, Jesus was not broke. But it takes your voice to call money in.